A Kansas City, Kansas woman who's owned her home for decades says she is frustrated after a neighbor's tree has made a mess of her backyard. And as Shannon Halligan shows us, her efforts to get help have gotten nowhere.
Krista, this tree crashed down on Maxine Crowder's fence, and as you can see, is taking over her entire yard. Now, the other half of the tree is still up, and she's fed up.
It was beautiful when I first moved over in here. Beautiful.
Maxine Crowder moved into her home 50 years ago. Her granddaughter showed us her backyard she was once proud of that a neighbor's tree is now ruining. But that's not always how it's been.
When I moved in this neighborhood, we couldn't even have a blade of grass out of place. We couldn't, because they would write us a citation.
The unified government of Wyandotte County slapped her neighbor with code violations. Still, Maxine says nothing has been done to the tree.
She's always been a big part of the community, which is why, that's why we wanted someone to come out here and help her for one time, you know? Instead of her always helping somebody else, somebody help her. Let her get a chance to feel how it feels to get helped as well.
I feel like they're mistreating me here. If I feel like, and you tell me ain't nothing they can do about it.
The person responsible for the property no longer lives there. We tried to call her, but she hasn't returned our calls. Maxine doesn't want to move. It's where she raised her 7 children and helps care for her 100 grandchildren and 50 great-grandchildren. Still, the city says damage from tree debris is a private dispute between neighbors. But Maxine says the tree left standing is rotted, and she's waiting for the day it falls on her home.
And I don't want to give it up. I want to possibly die here, you know. I'm not... No, I don't want to die by the tree.
Well, now I just got off the phone with Code Enforcement Office, and they say if they can prove that the other tree is a hazard, they can issue a court summons, but whether or not that tree is removed is ultimately up to a judge. Live in Kansas City, Kansas, Shannon Halligan, 41 Action News.